Shh. I gotta turn off my heater. That thing is super loud. Can we hear it? I can hear it. I'm sure I can hear it. I'm gonna turn that off. It's been a while since I filmed something. It's nice to be back. So, gotta turn that off. Hello everyone and welcome to another card video. My name is Koren Wiskman and today I have some fun things from the new Gina K Designs. I have Lisa's newest set. It's called One Day at a Time. I loved the names and the inspiration behind all of her sets. That thing is never gonna turn off. But I have some cards to show you. I want to show you some cards I've been playing. And we're going to tweak this one just a little bit, just to enhance it. You know, once you make a card, you can see things that you would do differently or do better. So that's what we're going to do. So let me show you what I've got and let's have a play. This first 6x8 stamp set is called Baby Love, and it's exactly that, filled with adorable baby sentiments and these images that to me really looked like pea pods or edamame. It's okay if you think I'm crazy. This one is the One Day at a Time stamp set. It has a unique little background stamp and pears with pear blossoms, right? It's so cute. Here is the card I made with the Baby Love stamp set. I just stamped a very subtle background. I no line colored the little baby heads and I put them on a pea pod. So then I wanted to play with strips of color and different ways that you could make cards with these strips. So this is kind of what I came up with. I had researched pear colors, something a little bit different colors that you might find in a pear. I want to add a few things to this card to enhance it, but this is what we're going to make today. I'm going to use a lot of cardstock, Gina K's Prickly Pear, Red Hot, Stampin' Up's Pear Pizzazz. You see a theme here, right? We have soft suede and fresh asparagus. I really didn't know that there were so many different colors in a pear. I had totally underestimated the color palette of a pear. This is Gina's Master Layouts 8, and this is how I'm going to make my strips. It has this wonderful like strip die that you could use in so many different ways, but we're going to use it to cut a gazillion different strips. I love die sets like this because it just really helps you be creative. This is a great basic set. There are many like it. They're called Master Layouts. Check them out. So we're taking this strips die because I really just liked the width, and I find it where you can, yes, you can easily cut, strips with your paper trimmer, but I love the way a die kind of embosses the edges. I know, I'm a freak. I have a piece of copy paper and all of my strips and dot liner. This is the best way that I've found to do this type of technique. Any type of paper piecing, copy paper is your friend. So I'm taking and covering it completely with this adhesive as much as possible, especially when you're using intricate dies. I'm arranging the strips in a pattern: red, the mustard color, the green colors, and then brown, and then back to red. And I'm trying really hard not to screw that up. If I did, I really haven't checked. I think it's good. It's fine. I'm using my Teflon bone folder to both make sure that it's stuck down really well to the copy paper, and I'm also using it to kind of bump the strips together so that there's no super wide gaps in between where you see white. It's certainly not a very springy color palette. It's definitely more of like a fall looking color palette. But when I looked up pears and I was researching the different colors, this is what I found. And I really like the combo. I think it's definitely fall looking, but it also totally reminds me of pears. You're now entering my crazy mind. I'm using the coordinating dies to cut out, say, shadows of these images, the biggest pear and the smaller pear, one of the leaves and the stem. I aligned them and cut them out in a specific way so that when they are on the card front, you can still kind of see the stripes following through in all of the images. Do you see it? I also cut them out from heavyweight white cardstock because I wanted something hefty and it made them more like a chipboard element. I did this for all of the striped images. I did go back through with my bone folder and make sure they were good and stuck down one last time. For the sentiment, I'm stamping the "We Can Do This One Day at a Time" using VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink, and I'm stamping it directly on my card base that is cut to 3.5 by 4 3/4, and I'm stamping it towards the top so that I can arrange my pears at the bottom. I'm also stamping some elements in black and white. I have loved that look for such a long time. I'm super glad that it's getting quite popular, and you see a lot of inspiration using black and white elements and no coloring, which makes it super easy to put together a card and fast. I'm stamping all of these elements using the same black ink on the same Neenah 110 cardstock as the card base. The seed image is a very solid image. You could add a piece of stamping foam behind your cardstock to give yourself a little bit of insurance, but this VersaFine Nocturne Clair ink is so good and it's juicy and it just has great results. So these solid images, they still stamp perfection. That was a weird noise that I just made, but I'm gonna leave it in. So once I have all of my images stamped, I'm using the coordinating dies that are available for this set to cut out these images. I'm not coloring them. I'm not doing anything. I'm leaving them black and white. I do allow them a little bit of time to dry because I will make a huge mess with this ink. Always have. But after you give it a little bit of time to dry, it's wonderful. I'm going to use different adhesives to put my card front together. I'm going to use square foam adhesive, liquid adhesive, and different thicknesses of the square foam adhesive. I love that. So we are enhancing this card with these little pear blossoms on the side, and I also brought the smaller pear to the front. I thought that was important, especially to showcase my color palette. I popped up the entire panel with some craft foam and tear tape adhesive and added it to a Simon Says Stamp Fog card base in size A2. So now that I turned the heat off, I'm freezing, so I'm wearing my hat. Everyone always asks me why I wear the beanies. It's because I don't like being cold, and I'm a cold person. Like, I hate it. So I'm always trying to be warm, and a lot of heat escapes your body through your head and through your feet. So I'm always wearing socks and usually slippers and a beanie, and usually multiple layers with tea. It's the middle of winter. To give my pear card a little more pizzazz, I'm adding these clear sequins with these glue dots. It's very easy. You just pick up the glue dot with the sequin and pop it on your card. I think it's really pretty. I think, oh, let's compare them. Put this away. I love this thing. It's called a poppet. I can't find them anywhere anymore. Here are all three versions of this card, with the best one, in my opinion, being in the middle. I think the changes really did a lot. I think it's a great card now. I hope you enjoyed making a card with me today, checking out some new products from Gina K, and just, chilling, having a good time. Find Gina. Find Gina K Designs on social media. I'd love interacting with you in the comments. I'd love to know what your take is on the card or what you would do differently. I just like talking about cards and stuff. Until next time. Don't forget to hit subscribe for more card making shenanigans. I'd love to keep you around.